Okay, welcome everybody. And I am so happy to be with you. We'll see if this is working. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works. And welcome back to 6 Minutes of Meaning. I have to press record on this. As we continue with our 6 Minutes of Meaning, I'd like to dedicate this in honor of Rabbi Jonathan Sacks and share with you perhaps one of the most meaningful statements that I ever heard from him, when he said the following: where what you want to do meets what needs to be done, that is where God wants you to be. It's a very powerful sentence, and it gets to the heart actually of our class today as we touch on our 6 minutes of meaning. We spoke last time about the concept of chesed, performing acts of loving kindness, and there to be a certain pleasure involved in that. And to the degree of our expectations being appropriately defined as what we are looking to get out of that act of chesed will be the proportion to which we feel that we are enjoying what it is that we do. And yet, I want to suggest to each and every one of us that there is a concept of being able to set our sights on a lofty goal when it comes to chesed. Very often and very frequently, we will have goals and aims and benchmarks. We may even be measuring our successes with metrics when it comes to many other areas of our lives. Our financial well-being. What was my savings, if I have any savings, at the end of 2020? What were my pension plan options as we come to the end of this year? Where will I be in 2 years from now? And you will realize that the more we progress through life, the more specific those goals are. If you take a fourth year medical student and say, what do you want to do? They're not going to say, I want to be a doctor. They're going to say, I want to be a radiologist. I want to work in the field of neonatology. Well, whatever the level is, we find that as we progress through life, we become more and more specific to knowing what we want and being able to actually take control of precisely those things to make it a reality. The multi-billion-dollar advertising industry knows so well that you might not want a new car, but as soon as they show you an ad for the latest edition with the 27 new features that they are bringing out, suddenly they have created a desire within you that you really want this new car. There are opportunities where we need to awaken a desire within us. That can be by surrounding ourselves with people that we look up to, people that we admire. And we all have such people. There are individuals that are on a spiritually higher level than us, the way we perceive it in our eyes. And by spending time around such people, by perhaps reading the biographies of exceptional, stellar people, it will plant within us a desire to say, allow me to grow, allow me to become better. And when we're exposed to people who are greater than us, it propels us to want to do more, and it specifies, how can I now do more in this particular area? When we cultivate that desire within ourselves, the next steps very naturally flow, that we begin people that start performing acts of loving kindness. There is an incredible woman by the name of Hadassah Weil. I don't know, or Weil. Sorry, excuse me, Wiesel, Hadassah Wiesel. I don't know if that name means anything to you. When she was a young bride, just after she was married, she had a burning desire that she wanted to do something with her life. And at the age of 24, after she was married, her husband turned to her and said, what is your purpose in this life? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? And she said, um, spiritual possessions. I want more and more spiritual possessions. I want to grow in who I am as a person. Some people ask for money. Some people pray that they should be blessed with wealth, and it's never enough. So I feel the same way. You know what the most greatest precious diamonds are that we have in this world? Mitzvot, good deeds, acts of loving kindness. I want to perform to the best of my ability and amass good deeds and more and more and more. And it should never be enough, just like wealth is for so many never enough. She was 24 years old and she had neither the skills nor the resources to start a chesed organization, a institute that deals and specifically promotes kindness to others. And yet it didn't matter what she was lacking. She had the will and she had the desire. And she and her husband found themselves in the very unlikely organization of becoming the founders of Yad Eliezer, an organization that is today the largest distribution of food to the poor in the land of Israel. We need to aim high. We need to shoot for the stars. And if we realize that cultivating and growing that sense of a desire within us to do good, everything else will follow. Have a great day.